All right, everyone out there in internet land, we are here. We are back. We took like the longest hiatus I think this channel's ever taken. But
Yeah.
we are definitely back with kind of like a flavor of the week here. So just a quick synopsis of what this is. Kat might get more into it, but it is basically the way Adam Silverstein, who put this system together, calls it a hack of Honey Heist. So it's kind of like Honey Heist with ghosts. So which was written, the Honey Heist I think was a Grant Howitt or something like that. So make sure and check that out. I did put kind of the description on our page, on the description of the actual stream. We have his Hawk Windrider is his X handle, and also the link there is in the description of his Poltergeist. So this one's called Ghost Town, and I'm gonna give this right over to Cat, or should we say Spooky Cat?
Yeah.
Yours.
Because after all, what time of the year is scarier than May? At any rate, yes, I'm Cat or Spooky Cat this time out, and I will be the GM, which could mean Game Master, Ghost Master, General Mayhem, perhaps. But to give a brief description of the games, ghost crimes. That's really it. Y'all are ghosts and you commit crimes. The crimes themselves aren't ghosts, however. Just you. You're the ghost committing crimes. Though I guess you could be ghosts committing ghost crimes. And with that, let's get an introduction of the people that are going to be playing this game. Just state your name. You can't state what you're playing yet. You don't know. We're going to roll that. Wow. Chaos, chaos, chaos. But just say your name, what you like. What do you think of ghosts? We'll start with Michael. What's your name? Right. What do you think of ghosts?
I'm Michael.
Have you ever had an encounter with a ghost?
Never. Okay. I've had, maybe like once weird unexplained voice, but it was like probably 100% in my head. But that's really it. Never really had supernatural stuff, but hey, there's more in heaven and earth than is dreamt of in your philosophy, Horatio. That's my opinion. But big fan of ghosts. Love a ghost in any movie, book. Haunted houses, big fan. And I love this game system. I played it once before, so looking forward to playing it again, and just to be playing in general.
Okay. And next up, we've got Nick. State your name, what you think of ghosts, anything else relevant that you can think of?
Yeah. Well, I'm Nick, and I have mixed feelings. I have mixed feelings about, horror in general. Let's put it that way. Not a fan of the horror movies and spooky houses, but the idea of most horror themes I'm fine with, and I will gladly play a ghost anytime.
Okay. Considering the Hellraiser poster in the background of Chandler, I'm guessing you feel a little bit different about horror movies. Yes. So let's talk to Chandler next.
Yeah, I mean, if I could flip my camera around, I would show you my giant movie collection, which is mostly horror movies. So yes, I'm a big fan, and books as well. And I like Gothic literature and stuff, which has a lot of ghosts in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I love all that kind of stuff, all the paranormal stuff. So this is gonna be fun. Yeah. I don't know if I believe in ghosts or not.
Yeah.
I believe in something. There's stuff out there we can't explain. But I have never had an encounter personally. But I think the idea is really interesting.
So let me ask a quick follow-up question about horror movies, since I'm also a horror and movie nerd. Do you count John Carpenter's The Thing as horror or as sci-fi?
It's both, yeah. Just
it's kind of both, right? Like Alien
would be both. Alien would be both. Yeah. There's more, but because it has an alien. But I mean, people's heads are exploding into mush, and the part with the defibrillator, that's pretty horror.
One of my favorite scenes in any movie.
Yeah.
That and the blood test.
Yeah, that scared the pants off me when I was 10. I went to Blockbuster Video with my dad, and we picked out that movie, brought it home, and we were so excited to watch it. And my stepmom said, like, you're not letting him watch that. So we returned it. And a couple weeks later, I saw it at my friend's house on like a sleepover. And yeah, it scared the shit out of us.
Yeah.
Good
That's
time.
not to be advocating this, but that's really a good age to watch that movie. Like between 10 and 12, I think is like, that's the sweet spot to see it first. Like when you still have that kind of magic that it all seems believable.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And finally, I don't believe new to the channel, but it's been a little while since you were on the channel, Austin.
Everyone, you might remember me as Michael's cousin Austin. Happy to be here. Always appreciate an invite. I would say I don't believe in ghosts, but I have been described by at least one person as a real life Tim Burton character. So yes, thank you for it's the bags under the eyes and the extremely pale skin. So I'll take it. So I'm very happy to be here. Very excited. Thank you all.
Yeah. And for the record, I don't really believe in ghosts, but I do suffer from sleep paralysis. So I get to see them every once in a while, and that's always fun for me.
Yay.
Woo.
It's just better for me to believe that those things aren't real, you know? Otherwise, there's some malevolent entity that is going to eventually murder me in my sleep. Anyway, with that fun little side note, let's play Polter Heist or Poltergeist if you want to pronounce the G, which I don't. Anyway, everybody is going to be rolling up characters live on stream. Now, if this was D&D, that would take forever. This isn't D&D. It's not going to take forever. And we're going to go in backwards order of the way that we did the introduction. So we're going to do Austin's rolls first. So Austin, let's roll up your character. Roll me a D6.
Awesome. All right, here you go.
This is your descriptor. Write down descriptor. This is how they're described.
I got a 1.
Okay, you are fresh. So you're a new ghost.
Fresh.
You're new to this whole thing.
Fresh. They call it, yeah, exactly.
You know, you just dodged
Newly
that.
dead.
Yeah. You just got your handbook from for the recently deceased, and new ghost time.
Call me produce because I'm in season. Okay. All right. What's the next?
Next type is your ghost type or ability. This is actually going to be important because it can influence your rolls. Normally, you only get to roll 1d6, but if you have an ability that is relevant, you get to roll 2d6s. Wow.
Oh, very good. Okay.
So,
all right, here we go. Yes, I got the one I wanted, which was a spirit.
Okay, which means you rolled a 6, so you can possess objects.
Oh, amazing.
Because, you're ghosts. You can't just automatically touch things. All right.
I'm going to have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah. We're going to find out your roll next. So go ahead and roll another D6.
Okay.
I'm hoping you get driver just to have you possess a car.
I'm not kidding. I actually rolled a 3.
Okay, so you're a driver. That's great.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Be the car.
I will. That's
okay.
Great.
And finally, we've got the bonus outfit table. So roll a D8.
All right. D8. 7.
7. You are regal. You are a dead regal. I guess maybe you're a Buick. Because a Buick Regal, you see,
it's whatever I can find.
You're a recently dead king.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, you know what? Roll.
Fair enough. They do, those royals do go down sometimes.
Every once in a while. Your Queen Elizabeth II. Anyway, moving forward. So Chandler, let's have you roll up your character.
Okay.
So give me a D6.
3.
You are unstable.
Woo!
Whether you think that means you're emotionally unstable or you continuously phase out of existence and back in, that's up to you. Interpret the word as you will.
Gotcha.
But that is your descriptor. You are unstable. Next, we're going to have your ghost type or ability.
2.
2, you are a phantom, which means you can teleport.
Yay.
Next, we have your role. If you get okay, you are the thief, which actually makes sense with somebody that can teleport.
Perfect.
And finally, I know you don't have a D8, so I'll go ahead and roll that for you.
Uh-huh.
I've rolled a 2, which means you are a cowboy.
Okay, all right. I'll take it.
You're a teleporting cowboy. Well, whether or not you think that's a modern cowboy or like an actual old-timey cowboy from the 1800s, that's up to you.
I'll be an old-timey cowboy.
Yeah, that's a better choice.
That's much cooler.
Yeah, I like it. Okay, so not a nouveau urban cowboy, but an old-timey gunslinger.
Yes,
Billy the Kid kind of type.
exactly.
All right, next up, Nick, we're going to roll your character. So
Well, first up, we have. Oh, yeah, 2.
you are ghoulish. That's your descriptor. You're a You're a
okay.
little green ghoul. You don't have to be little or green, but you are a ghoul.
All right.
Next up, let's roll your ability. So another d6.
Another 2.
Would you like to re-roll just so that we don't have everybody having the same ability?
Sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Got a 4 this time.
Okay, you are an apparition, which means you can shape change.
Okay, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Whether that means you think you can shape change to look like other people, if you can shape change into a cat and go catting about, that's up to you. I don't know how one goes about catting about, but there you are.
You never know.
Fun fact, I say about that way because I grew up next to Canada, so
That's fine.
yeah. Anyway,
All right.
next up we got your roll.
Yeah. 2, so I am the brains.
Okay, you're the brains. You're a ghoulish apparition who's the brains. So
Okay.
you're the one coming up with this plan, super
Okay.
genius. And roll a d8 for me.
All right. Four. Oh my gosh, I'm
You're a
goth.
goth. Somebody had to be the goth. You are a goth.
Now, does that mean I'm a Visigoth? Or no, I'm just kidding.
You could be.
I could
if
be a
you really,
Visigoth.
if you really, if you want to be a really, really, really old ghost, you could be a Visigoth. I'll allow it.
Oh my gosh, I think there was like a cartoon or a comic that was like Goths versus Visigoths or something like that at one point.
I've seen a comic of it, so
Yeah.
up to you. Or you could be Lord Byron. You could be that era of goth, the romantic goths.
Whoa.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
But-
I'll think about that.
Yeah, think about it while we roll up Michael's character. I'll get back to you. I will get back to you. All right, let's roll up Michael's character. So let's roll a d6 for your descriptor.
All right. 4.
4. You're wacky.
Wacky.
I mean, Michael, you probably would have
Oh,
been
man.
anyway. Let's be
Yeah.
realistic.
I do tend to go wacky. All
Yeah.
right. I like it. Ghost type.
Yep, ghost type is next.
2.
Okay,
I
that's
think
the
we have
phantom
that
which
already.
teleports. So go ahead and roll it again.
All right. 3.
Okay, you're a wraith, which means you can terrify.
Terrifying. Wraith.
You're simultaneously
the
wacky
wacky
and
wraith.
terrifying. So
Wacky can be terrifying.
wacky can't, I mean,
Yeah. Look at the Joker.
right?
The wackiest one of all.
Yeah. So there you go. So you're the Joker so far. Let's find out your
Great.
role.
1.
You are the muscle,
Muscle. Appropriate. The wacky.
the terrifying wacky muscle. I'm hearing you're a dead clown. That's the impression I'm getting. But anyway,
Great. My finally I can live out my dream.
and let's get your outfit.
Bonus outfit table. All right, rolling
Yeah.
a d8. 5.
5. You're a pirate.
Pirate.
Well, Michael, congratulations. You win the award for your character making the least sense.
Hey, on
Awesome.
those long voyages, you might need someone to entertain.
Yeah, you just need those cut ups.
Okay. So let's run back through what everybody is as a refresher. So Austin, what are your quick descriptors?
All right, so I'm a fresh spirit who is the driver of the group. Also, I'm very regal.
Yeah. Partially because I forgot to take these notes. Okay. Chandler.
I am the unstable phantom thief cowboy. So I'm gonna take that as like I'm phasing through walls and stuff a lot to
Yeah.
be robbing stuff, stagecoaches probably.
Yeah. And maybe we'll roll that you're robbing a stagecoach. I don't know yet.
Okay, we'll find
Okay.
out.
Nick, I said I was going to circle back. So Nick,
Yeah. So
let's
I
go
am
through it.
the ghoulish apparition that is the brains, who is also a goth.
Yeah. And what kind of goth?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with like. Yeah, they're like an '80s goth.
Like an 80s goth? Like, do you have like the big spiky black hair? Or are you more like a regally kind of goth with like tasteful white streaks put in your hair?
No, I don't think they're. Um, no, they're not really like a Victorian goth. They're like what were those goths called? That like basically wore the Victorian stuff, but they would like lived in the like 80s, 90s.
Romantic goth.
Yeah.
The romantic goths, yeah. No,
So
I think
but you're not doing that.
No. I think he's, or I don't know. I haven't quite figured out if they're a he or she or a they.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Like
But
Robert Smith from The Cure.
Yeah. Are you like a Robert Smith from The Cure kind of goth with the big old hair and the lipstick and the smudged
I have to look
mascara?
that up. I'm sorry.
He's an icon, legend.
I know. I'm so horrible.
He also hates being called goth, so I say call him goth as much as possible.
Okay.
Goth is one of those things that a lot of the people in the bands really don't like being called goth.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
he doesn't like that. Susie Sue doesn't like that.
Bauhaus doesn't like that.
Bauhaus doesn't like it. Nick Cave will literally kill you if you do it.
That's how you know you're a real goth, is if you say that.
Yeah.
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 This also applies to hipsters, by the way.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
There's overlap there for sure.
Yeah. If you want to look up Peter Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's not doing an extreme goth look, but he's also clearly goth. Peter Murphy from Bauhaus.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, there's also wow, my brain can't think of guy from Critical Role.
Oh, Taliesin.
Taliesin. There we go.
Yeah, Taliesin does do the goth thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm probably like around that genre.
Makes sense.
Like, yeah.
So that's actually kind of more of a modern, well, maybe not all the way to modern, but like 2000s goth.
Yeah.
It's kind of the look he's doing. Like you don't necessarily do the most goth thing, but you really wear a lot of goth t-shirts so people know you're goth. You know, maybe you've got.
I think he's like, yeah, they're like somewhere in between, like truly being goth and pulling a Taliesin Jaffe.
Right. Okay, and Michael, what were your descriptors again? I know you were wacky.
Yep, I'm the wacky wraith muscle pirate.
Right, you were wacky. You were terrifying.
And I'm the muscle of the crew.
You were the
and I'm a
muscle,
pirate.
and you're a pirate.
And I've got a name. I'm now Captain Bartholomew Pranks.
Captain Bartholomew Pranks.
Uh-huh.
I think everybody should change their names to whatever their ghost is.
Oh yeah, we got to do that to make it there we go. Captain Pranks.
There you go.
He was the terror of the seven seas during his lifetime.
Yeah.
Known for his utter ferocity in battle and also his hilarity on shore.
There you go. Like he did close up magic, but also slit your throat.
Yeah.
Okay. Nick, do you have any idea what you want to name your character?
Shade Midnight.
Shade Midnight. Oh, that's very goth.
What a name.
Okay. And Chandler, what do you want to name your character?
I'm trying to think of something that relates to being a cowboy,
Right.
but is also like ghostly. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I need. Does somebody have a good like AI generator that spits out this stuff?
Hold on a second. I've got an idea, but I need to look up the name of the character, and it might not even be. You could be in a tribute to Clint Eastwood westerns, The Ghost with No Name.
Oh,
pretty
classic.
good. And if he's like a thief, it'd probably be good to not have a name.
Yeah. So you're the mysterious ghost with no name.
Okay, sure, I'll be that.
Okay. And Austin, what do you think? What do you think your car is named?
I don't know. I didn't. I wanted to avoid copyright, but I just said Spirit the Fourth.
Spirit the Fourth. Okay.
Or
Is this
I
like that
wish-
movie Christine, where there's a ghost car?
it's a really nice car, you know.
Okay, cool.
But evil.
Yeah, but very
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I feel like I was supposed to ask like details about your backstory that you would find fitting, but I feel like we've already discussed your backstories in a way. So how do you think that you all met up? Because you're all thieves now and you're about to go do a heist. Were you all like haunting the same house and you decided, hey, let's go steal stuff? Or were you all just like, did you take out a wanted message in the ghost newspaper? The Daily Scare. Help
I was
wanted.
gonna go with the spooky times.
Oh, the spooky times, sure.
Times. Yeah.
The spooky times is the evening paper and the Daily Scare is the morning paper.
Since we're all ghosts, we still read the paper because we're old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read
How
the love
fresh.
sheets.
Yeah, I mean for the pirate and the cowboy, this whole multiple page newspaper, that's like fancy new technology.
True.
Yeah. I get the
Shade only communicates through ravens.
Shade is a raven. Stop kidding. They can change into a raven.
I mean, you could be.
Yeah. No, I think with Shade, they actually died in one of the houses of either like the captain or
So like
Chandler's
they were haunting the house and you died
in
in
that
the
house.
house
Basically,
there.
I think they did that whole like I'm gonna like spend a night in a haunted house just to be edgy kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you think that they scared you so bad you died? And are you mad about that now, or are you cool with it? Or do you feel like it's super goth?
I feel like they would just be like, okay, this works.
Apathetic about it.
Yeah, I feel
Which-
like they were just like, oh man, why did I have to be here?
Yeah.
Why couldn't it have been at a cooler place? This place stinks.
Yeah, but it's got a bunch of cool pirate stuff. I'm just guessing it's Bartholomew Pranks' house that he's haunting.
My new roommate just he's too wacky for my taste, man.
What kind of wacky pranks are you pulling, Captain Pranks?
Oh man, so some real classics. But they're all like they're all kind of like nautical and based on pirate stuff, so most people don't get them.
Yeah. And I mean, Ghost with No Name.
Like I try and if you're sleeping,
Yeah.
I'll like. Oh, I was gonna say like I keel haul you in your bed.
That's
rough.
sounds unpleasant.
Yeah. Just like I just drag you around the underside of the bed so you get all
Yeah.
dusty and then throw you back in.
So follow up question. Spirit the Fourth, you're brand new to being a ghost. Did you also recently die in this haunted house due to Captain Pranks, or do you
Yeah.
think you died some other way?
I think that fits. Maybe
Yeah.
just not not used to this peasantry traditions, so never celebrated Halloween.
Yeah, maybe you got a really bad Airbnb or something like that, and
Yeah, no lock on the door,
right.
no door in the no door at all. Just a
Yeah, I
curtain.
removed it as a prank.
Yeah. Whoops.
And a Ghost with No Name, do you think you just kind of blew into town and like took up residence with some other ghosts, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that since he's a thief, he's kind of like a klepto, just always going around just needing to steal stuff.
Yeah,
And a pirate, like old school pirate house, sounds like they would have some treasure, right?
yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah, I'll come through there looking to steal stuff, and Since I'm unstable, I think it'd be kind of funny if like always trying to steal stuff, but it's like phasing through my hands half the time.
Nice.
And it can only hold it for like a certain length of time, and then it's like, oh damn, there it goes again.
Yeah, then you got to hand it off to something more solid, like
Mhm.
the apparition who can turn into probably solid things, or the spirit who could,
Yeah.
I don't know, but possess a little 1980s style robot.
I have a shopping cart.
Oh, a shopping cart. It's
Get
going to
in.
be it's going to be very, very useful for this heist, I think, if you can turn into a shopping cart.
Yeah.
So we got an idea of how you're all together. You're all in Captain Prank's house. He hilariously murdered 2 of you.
Look, sometimes the jokes just go too far. I'm the first to admit it.
So let's build your heist now. There are 4 dice rolls and there's 4 of you.
Ooh.
So Michael, let's have you roll first. So you're gonna be rolling what your target is.
Oh, awesome. All right. Rolling the D6 here. Is
Roll
the
a
D6?
D6. Yep.
All right. It's going to be a 2.
That's money.
I like money.
Nice.
I thought I was the only one. Okay. Next up is the location. So we're gonna have Nick roll location.
Alrighty. Like a 1.
You're stealing money from a museum.
Everyone knows those loaded museums.
They're full
Yeah.
of money.
Sure, yeah.
Check the statue's pockets.
I mean, it could be ancient doubloons,
Could
which
be, yeah.
Captain
True.
Pranks would be very into stealing.
Oh, that's all I want.
I like that.
Yeah. From the pirate exhibit, which
Yeah.
you probably are going to find incredibly inaccurate, but
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have got the complications. And those get rolled twice. So I'm going to have Chandler roll 1 and Austin roll the other. So roll a d6 for me.
5.
5 is vacuums.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And 3.
I mean, makes sense.
Luigi's Mansion.
So vacuums is the first. And what do you roll, Austin?
you got a 3.
3 is ghost sniffing cats.
Whoa.
Okay. And there's also but little do the ghosts know, and I'm not rolling that yet.
Alrighty.
We're gonna roll that at an appropriate time, and I'm gonna roll it so I can roll a die too, because rolling dice is fun.
Yeah.
So you know that there's money in that Thar museum. How do you think you found out about it? Is it something you think that the Ghost with No Name brought in? Was Spirit the Fourth part of the
Yeah.
Board of Regents?
Yeah, that museum has all of the stuff that I stole.
It probably has a lot of the stuff that we stole in previous lifetimes. Me and Captain Pranks too.
Yeah. I feel
Oh,
like
definitely so.
Spirit the Fourth. When you say you stole it, do you mean from like
Oh yeah,
countries
from
that-
the like I stole it from
like how the English have a bunch of my ancestors' stuff in their
Yes.
museums? Okay.
Yes, precisely.
Cool.
Yes, it's stole. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, stole.
Yeah.
Procured for the museum.
Procured for the museum. In the case of my ancestors, the Greeks. Give that shit back to Greece, England. Sorry. If we can handle it, we're good at running an economy. Anyway, now that I took we took a little fun side tour to colonialism.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Elgin marbles, give them back.
Yeah. Anyway, go if you're unfamiliar with this, go watch the first Black Panther movie. If you're one of the 3 people that hasn't seen it, go watch it. Go watch it now. Oh wait, no, this is live. Don't go watch it now. Watch it after the live stream. Don't go watch it now. I don't care. I'm not your mom. But at any rate, what is your plan for getting into this museum?
So
Well, I can phase through walls and stuff. so,
Look at okay, Mr. Show Off.
I mean,
Wow,
say, I'll
okay.
go in and unlock the
Yeah.
Here's
door.
what I'll do. I'll possess the museum and walk away.
That's easy. Yeah, problem solved right there.
Would you-
I could probably possess like a flashlight and just get on the belt of someone.
I mean, would you like to attempt to possess the entire museum?
No, the flashlight seems like a more a doable option.
Like just possessing a guard's flashlight or something?
Someone's time for their shift, you know, you got
Yeah,
easy.
yeah. So let's see if you can find a guard to possess their flashlights. If that's the first part of the plan, with it, if nobody else is suggesting anything, possessing a flashlight is the first thing we're going to do.
Sweet.
So roll 2d6s because it involves your possession.
Nice. I got a 4.
A 4, that means that your lowest roll was a 4?
Oh, you mean the lowest of the 2?
Yeah, the lowest of the 2.
Oh, I got a 1.
Awesome. So you succeed.
Okay.
Yeah, this game you're trying to roll low.
I'm so used to
than
adding
high.
the dice together. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's 2 separate dice, and you're going to like read each of. I should have explained this.
It's okay.
You're going to read each of them, and if either of them rolls low, you succeeded. So 3 or below.
Okay.
And if it's 4 or higher, you failed.
Okay.
So you succeeded. So take a point out of your spook and put it into heist. So now you have 2 spook and 4 heist.
Awesome. Also, I'm a flashlight. Click, click.
Also, you're a flashlight. Click, click.
The dream, living the dream.
It's the best, honestly.
Yeah. So now that you're a flashlight and you're being teleported into the museum, or not teleported, you're being walked into the museum thanks to this guard who now has a possessed flashlight. What's the? I understand step 1, possess a flashlight. Step 2 is
I'm in. That's all it takes.
you're just like, I'm inside
I'm
of
in.
you.
Isn't that
I'm
all
in.
they do in heist movies? They just go in and they say, I'm in. I don't need to do anything else.
So Spirit the Fourth has possessed a flashlight, gotten into the museum, and left all 3 of you behind.
Yeah, good luck.
Do we
Come
have
on,
any-
come on in.
Do we have any method of like communicating with our flashlight friend?
I mean, do any of you know Morse code? Because the flashlight could flash Morse code.
True.
If anybody
I'm
knows
the
Morse code, it's
semaphore.
probably the cowboy.
Yeah, that seems like a cowboy thing to know. Can I just say I know it? Do I have to? Okay, sure. I know Morse code then.
So
I
you're,
worked with the Navajo code talkers back in the day.
Oh, nice.
and I'm saying even though Spirit the Fourth, you might not know Morse code, the becoming a flashlight instantly lets you know Morse code.
Because everyone knows. That's right. Yeah.
Because everybody knows
Every-
if you're going
every
to communicate
flashlight.
by flashlight, it's Morse code.
Yeah.
It's in your DNA at this point.
Yeah.
So what are you communicating in Morse code to the rest of the group?
I guess I can try and give them. I don't know. Let me think here. Let's see. It must be. I don't know. An easier way in, like another. I don't know. An unattended door, or
Yeah. Or, one of you can face your walls, but,
Yeah. No, I was.
which I think he did already suggest.
yeah.
No, I think Shade would have told the ghost of No Name to just sort of teleport in and open the door for the captain and myself.
Yeah,
Sounds-
I'm fine with that.
Sounds logical. So roll 2 dice and see if you roll low.
9.
9. So what's your lowest die between the 2?
I got a 3 and a 6.
Okay, so you do have a success, which means you successfully teleport through the wall. Move a point out of spook and into heist as you have successfully done something.
Yay. 4 and 2.
There you go. So you have
So-
teleported through the wall now. I'm guessing you're going to be looking for a way to open the doors.
Yeah, is there just is there a main door?
There is a main door. Unfortunately, standing right in front of it is a cat,
Oh, no.
which hisses loudly in your direction. You
Gosh.
hear the sound of the guard's footsteps approaching.
Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do.
Oh, what are you going to do,
I
flashlight?
flash the flashlight so the cat is distracted by the light and has to go towards it.
Okay, so you're flashing the flashlight. I'm going to have that just be 1 die roll because, chaos.
Okay, here we go. Also, it makes it really easy for me just to not mess up. It's a good. I got a 2.
You got to, so you succeeded. You move another. Oh, you're going to end up in heist too quickly.
Amazing.
So what do
ready.
you have now? Like
1 and 5.
1 and 5, and I think it's when you hit 6 that you're just a professional criminal.
Yeah, get ready.
At which point, I guess we'll roll up a new ghost. I don't know. I hope that makes sense. You're supposed to retire the character at that point.
Well, that's how it's done.
I don't know.
I mean, it does say that that if your high stat ever reaches 6, you're lured into a life of crime and betray the party.
Yeah. So you will at that point probably betray the party. Hooray!
I knew it would work.
Which I guess means you're still making rolls, in which case it can go back down. So
yeah,
we'll have fun that way.
It can be a temporary betrayal.
We're interpreting the rules as it goes, people, and I'm not the kind of GM that's like I'm a god, because I'm not a god.
Yeah,
I am the devil, and I'm here to do the devil's work.
Yeah, I think while Shade is outside, they're gonna transform into a cat.
Ooh, you transformed into a cat to boot.
Yes.
I'm not gonna have you roll for that because it doesn't really involve the crime yet.
Sure.
You can turn into a cat. That's not a big deal.
Like, he knows that there are cats in there, so it's possibly a way, if the cats aren't around him and the humans are, that he can maybe fool them.
Yeah, but regardless, in terms of the ghost with no names, the cat has become distracted by this flashlight flashing.
Okay. I am going to seek out a door. Is there another door besides that main door?
I would say there are definitely other doors to the museum, probably including down like in the storage area. Like, usually there's a loading dock for a museum. So there's probably a door down there, and it's probably just the main door and the loading dock doors. I mean, that's kind of how museums are set up. There's one main entrance. Mm-hmm. There might be a fire exit hidden somewhere around here too, in case the museum catches fire.
Is the main door alarmed?
You are pretty sure it would be, but you're pretty sure any door to the museum would be alarmed.
Okay, so the flashlight's flashing, right? And it's on the belt of the security guard, right? And we have a cat here. Does the security guard also have keys on his belt?
It does look like they have keys on their belt, yes.
I'm going to try and steal the keys from the security guard while the kind of semi-chaos of the random light and the cat is going on.
Sounds good. Now, if you were a poltergeist, this would be a pretty easy thing to do,
Thief is one of my categories.
Thief is one of your categories. So you are used to doing this, and sort of making yourself more solid, but sort of by your nature, you're not necessarily that good at making yourself solid, if that makes sense. So just roll a d6 to see if you can manage to will yourself, especially because you're unstable, to will yourself to be able to take these keys.
Okay. 2.
Okay. First of all, move from 1 point from spook to heist. Yay. As you have successfully lifted the keys off of it. While the guard is, I'm going to give you the bonus that the guard has become distracted by the cat being distracted. Mm-hmm. Oh, what's wrong, pussycat? Why is this cat acting?
With this flashlight, man?
My flashlight's busted. The cat's freaking out.
Okay, so I got the keys.
You got the keys.
Okay, so is that my action for my turn, or?
Yeah, we're not really taking turns per se. Like, you can go over and unlock the door and it'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm going to try and unlock the door because I'm assuming if you have the key, the alarm's not going to go off.
Yeah, exactly. So you just go up, you unlock. I understand, Nick, that's not necessarily how it works, but we're going to
It depends on the alarm, but it
depends on the alarm. I'm going to allow this to be an old-timey, you unlock it with a key and it works just fine.
Yeah.
Because I know I could make it really complicated, and there's like a punch pad on the wall, and
2 punch pads.
Yeah. But yeah, you managed to go over and unlock the door. You're pretty confident that the other 2 can get in this way.
Okay. Oh man, I come charging in.
Okay.
Swinging a rope onto it.
The guard notices these terrifying ghosts charge through the front door.
Oh, sorry.
I'm just saying, you move a point from heist to spook there. That's just gonna happen.
Cool.
Pirate ghost. What?
Museum.
All right, I'm gonna try and let's see. Should I beat him up or try and scare him?
Beat him up.
Yeah, I think we just gotta knock him out.
Hey, man, you're freaking me out being all afraid of me, so I'm beating you up.
How can you make it? Can you make this a prank in some way?
Yeah, like can I tie his shoelaces together and then like knock him down into my fist?
Just a joke, bro.
There you go. So roll 2d6 as you're doing this shoelace punch maneuver.
Awesome.
The inherent prankiness is overcoming your basic intangibleness.
All right, so I'm gonna tell you, best start believing in ghost stories. He's in one.
Oh my.
Yeah.
The lowest one is a 3.
Okay, then that does mean you've succeeded. The guard falls over, bashes their head real hard against the ground, and is knocked out.
Nice.
Okay.
Was that a spook roll or a heist roll?
No matter what, it's gonna go towards heist because it is assisted in
Oh,
your
nice.
heisting.
Okay, so it's back to 3 for each then.
Yeah,
Good.
someone possess a phone and call 911 because that's crazy.
Yeah. They look badly injured. They're probably gonna die.
No.
You've killed another person.
No.
Congratulations.
Well, at least he died with a smile on his face,
What?
full of laughter and a good joke.
I can't. No.
Shade just like
do you come out of the flashlight because that you're so distraught, Spirit?
If not, I'll
Yeah,
pick up
what
the
the heck?
flashlight and talk to him.
Yeah, Shade, you've come in
she'd
all
like
this chaos.
she'd like slank in. I'm gonna say that they look like a black cat, but like slightly their head is more skull-like than cat-like. Like it's still a cat skull, but it's like you see more of the skull than. I'm trying to be more ghoulish, so
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
like
the
the black dragon equivalent of a cat. That's a D&D reference, folks. Black dragons, as they get older, have more and more skull-like appearances.
it's true. Yeah,
You
especially in the
somehow made a black
2025
cat
book.
You somehow made a black cat even more goth.
Yeah, of course.
Correct. What do you think? That's what Shade Midnight does.
That's what Shade Midnight does, exactly.
You're also the only one not causing chaos currently.
Yeah. No, like Shade like slinks in, like watches the entire thing and just sort of sits and like shakes their head.
Yeah. The ghost sniffing cat comes over to you at this point because Spirit, you've left the flashlight to be like, what the hell's going on, right?
Whoops.
Yeah. So the cat walks over to you, Shade, and says in cat, what do you see these ghosts here?
Whoa.
Are they
thinks that
ghosts
you're
or is
also
it like
sniffing.
I don't know. I got into some catnip and I'm
Yeah.
seeing some weird things.
I don't know. It seems like you're new to this whole ghost sniffing business. Love the skull look, by the way. But yeah, no, I can sniff out ghosts, and I mean, they're just kind of blatantly ghosts. That one just came out of a flashlight, and
Yeah,
that one's some weird pirate. And
yeah,
I mean,
doesn't
I wouldn't
really-
have noticed the one over at the door, except the guy who's dressed like a pirate came charging and screaming. So
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they're doing a real good job at
yeah,
not being seen.
they're not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna press the button that gets the vacuum cleaners in here.
And how about I take care of it? You can keep going on patrol. I got this.
Are you sure? Let's go ahead and have you make a roll.
Sure.
And I'm gonna give you the
Man,
2 dice for this.
Sweet.
As you're-
Because of my brains.
Yeah, because you're the brains,
Yeah.
and also this is because of your shape shifting ability that you're able to do this.
Cool. And yeah. Oh no. Double
Did you roll
sixes.
high? Okay.
Nice.
The cat's like, wait a second. You're a ghost.
No, I possess
Oh.
the cat.
Unfortunately, the cat's not an object. You can't
What?
possess it. It says very specifically you possess objects.
Can
Yeah.
I grab the cat and throw it into a garbage can?
Oh,
You can certainly try to will your. There's no way this is a prank. You're just committing animal abuse. So roll 1d6.
He will harmlessly fall.
Oh,
into
and
the-
also midnight.
Yeah.
You moved 1 to spook, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and try to toss a cat in a garbage bin.
All right.
It's going great so far, y'all.
honestly, I'm impressed.
Well, that's a 6.
Okay, well, move one towards Spook. I like it. The two
Cool.
professionals came in first, and then these two goofballs followed up and just blew the whole
Man.
plan.
I'm trying to salvage the situation.
Shade's supposed to be the brains, and it just didn't work
Hey,
out.
the dice hated you, and that
Yeah.
happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Normally, double
It
sixes would be
happens.
great.
Normally double sixes are great. Yeah.
Yeah, but you're having Will Wheaton's luck, which is if it's high, you roll low, and if it's low, you roll high. You
Yeah.
know? But yeah, so you grab for that cat, but the cat, I mean, look, they're trained to deal with ghosts, okay? It's dodging and bobbing and weaving, and it's definitely going for that vacuum cleaner button. And you don't know what these vacuum cleaners do, but it sounds like it's bad news.
Yeah. I think at this point, Shade's just like, chase it. And
Yeah, because really only Shade knows what this cat is up to, as you're the only one that's currently fluent in cat.
yeah.
I bring objects through the wall, or can I only pass through the wall?
Only you can pass through the wall.
Darn.
Yeah, but whatever it is you're holding would just kind of, get stuck on the other side.
Fair. Okay.
But if you have another solution for dealing with this cat that's running to get the ghost catching vacuum.
I think Captain Pranks is gonna run away.
Okay.
Well,
So
Captain
just
Pranks,
to
you
put
had
that
your
out.
opportunity and you failed.
is the cat heading towards a specific room or area?
Right now it's making kind of a mad cat dash down the hallway. It just avoided getting picked up by the scary pirate ghost and is like now really hustling.
Okay, I'm gonna try and beat it to wherever it's going. I'm gonna swoof over there.
Okay, sounds good. So you're trying to swoosh in front of the cat. What's your plan for after you've swooshed in front of the cat?
Wherever we get to, if the cat's going into like a room or something, I want to like phase into the room. Or if the door's open, I'll get in there first and then close the door. But I'm
That
not
makes
sure
sense.
where it's going.
I mean, the cat does not have opposable thumbs.
True, but it can still hit a button or something.
Yeah, so let's do a pure luck roll to see like where this cat is heading.
Okay.
So if you roll high, it's in an area, it has a cat door or something like that. Low, it means there's a door you can shut.
I got a 5.
Okay, so yeah, no such luck. They have planned for the contingency of shut doors with this cat. It is moving towards a button that is just clearly out in the hallway.
Is it on like a podium or something?
It looks like it's kind of down at the wall at cat height, so it can just mash it with its nose if it needs to, or bat it with a paw.
What else is around in this hallway? Are there any like exhibits or anything?
Since you've only gone through the front door, there's like basically the giant box that's asking people to donate money and the front desk where, I don't know if you all have been in like a museum where they have this. It's like a giant plexiglass box
Oh,
that's like
yeah,
make
yeah.
a donation.
Yeah.
I say we put the cat in the giant box.
Okay.
I have a plan.
Okay, Spirit the Fourth, you're the one who hasn't gone yet. So what's your plan?
Okay, so can I possess either the box and have it fall over and scare the cat, or if there was a bucket of water or like a mop, a mop and a bucket, I can tilt over and then get water in the way of the cat. Everyone knows the cats won't go over the water, or
Yeah. I mean, they
jump.
work on vampire rules, but also the cats hate water. So, yeah, either one of those is fine. If you're trying to knock the donation box onto the cat in such a way as it traps the cat, or if you're trying to knock over the bucket, either one's fine. Just make your choice.
I like the bucket one.
Okay, so we'll do the bucket one. So roll 2 dice, see if you roll low.
Does a 4 succeed?
No.
Well,
All right, you try to you successfully knock over the bucket. Just oddly enough, the cat doesn't care that much. This cat is trained against the cat's natural enemy of water and just goes running past it,
wow.
and whacks into that button
He's impressive.
because it's the cat's turn. Cat's gotten to the
This
button,
cat deserves to hit this button for
Yeah.
what we've
and
done.
you hear alarms going off. Rah, rah, rah. Deploying vacuums. Deploying ghost catching vacuums.
My favorite Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah, it's basically a Roomba.
Not the Roomba.
Where are these ghost catching vacuums coming out
You
of?
don't know. It could be coming from anywhere. You have like moments to flee and get to safety before the ghost catching vacuums arrive.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go up into the ceiling then. I'm gonna
Okay.
go into the vents.
You don't have to roll for that. That's just something you can do.
Cool.
You're like, peace.
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
All right. So
Are there any-
easy solution from Chandler. Chandler can move through walls. Chandler is gone.
I think the cat facade didn't work, so Shade turns into a raven and flies up into the rafters.
Okay, so you've flown up, and the vacuum is going to have a hard time getting you up in the rafters.
Yep. I would also sort of like to survey the area, just to looking for signs of where our quarry is.
Sure. You do see a sign that you see a bunch of maps down by the front desks that have the layout of the museum, including where the pirate exhibit is.
Okay. So as Shade sort of flies up, that could I grab a map and sort of
Sure, I'll let you
drop
grab,
it.
let you
I'll
grab them.
drop it in the captain's area.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to make you roll for that. That's easy enough. If I didn't make somebody roll for material going through a wall, I'm not going to make you roll for being a raven and dropping something.
If you bring the map up into the vents, I can open the vent, and then you fly up there. We can travel through the vents to that area, and then I can phase back down and start grabbing stuff.
Sure, but that leaves our other two companions.
It's all right.
Okay, I'll deal with the vacuums. I've got this.
A vacuum is an
we got the
object,
muscle.
right?
Hey, look, you've got the suggestion from Chandler, and you've got Prank saying yeah, just do it. I'm gonna rough up these vacuums.
All right, fine.
Okay, I'll open one of the vent hatches so that
Yeah.
Raven can fly up in there with me.
Okay, sounds good. Go ahead and roll a d6 just to see if you can physically actually manipulate this vent.
3.
Okay, you managed to do it. Move a point back into heist.
That puts me at 6.
Uh-oh. Well,
See ya.
I mean, you're already kind of betraying the party, so have at it.
There. All right.
I mean, let's be realistic. You are prioritizing the crime over the other ghosts at
Yeah.
this point.
So do we have the map up here?
You do definitely have the map up here, and a raven who's honestly kind of useless to your plans for now. Maybe they're worthwhile at the moment, but sooner or later you're gonna have to ditch this dead weight.
At the moment. Okay. Well, I'm gonna look at the map and start traveling towards that area of the museum.
Okay, sounds
How
good.
do I can tell through the vents?
It's easy to tell through the vents because you can just look down through them and see what area you're over.
Plus, I probably could just phase back through if I needed to.
Yeah, exactly. That's not something you need to roll for. That's just sooner or later you're gonna find it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna head over to that area then.
Okay. And okay, so Spirit the Fourth and Captain Pranks, you are currently dealing with. I mean, Spirit the Fourth, you're still freaking out about Captain Pranks probably murdering this guard. In fact, the guard is definitely murdered. You see a ghost rising out of their body.
No.
Oh, great. Company.
Am I dead? What
Not the guard.
What? Huh?
Oh man, I got an idea.
This wasn't supposed to go this far.
Do I see the Roomba coming?
Not as of yet. It'll be here soon, but you don't see it yet. But you do see a very confused
All
ghost
right.
that's just come out of this guard.
I'm gonna put my arm around him and I'll be like, "Yes, lad, you've left mortality behind."
You're the one that
Soon
killed
you'll
me,
be
you
winging-
freak!
You best believe in ghost stories. 'cause
Hush,
you
lad,
are
I'm
one.
trying to comfort you. But fear not, there's a path to heaven for you. And I'll point to the Roomba coming down. There, see yonder angel.
Huh?
Just do.
Yeah,
Run
fly-
towards it, go inside, and it'll
fly
take
towards
you
it.
straight into the streets of heaven.
Yeah, you're only gonna roll 1d6 here.
Can I
Awesome.
can I
I'm
help?
trying to
at all?
con him.
How,
could
how do you-
help.
Oh yeah, there is the help. There's
how,
the help
how are you
movement.
thinking you're gonna help in this situation?
I'm encouraging. I'm also saying, yeah, this is true. I can vouch for this person.
Okay,
Vouch
I'll
for this
I'll
person.
allow it. I'll let you roll 2d6s because there's nothing in the rules saying that I can say no. So yes,
All right.
and roll the dice.
Is this a spook roll or a heist roll? What do you think?
Well, there's no difference.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I keep on asking that. Oh, ooh, that was so good. It was a 1 and a 6.
Oh,
Okay,
nice.
well,
So saved
So,
saved our bacon.
wait, you're saying heaven is through the ghost catching vacuum?
Oh
You
man,
mean
he
it-
knows what it is.
You mean the heaven vacuum? Excuse me? You can notice the markings on the
Look.
side.
The Lord works in mysterious ways, but yes.
I mean, you don't know how many ghosts come in here looking for their stuff that the museum took.
Well, I mean, they go through there, and that's how they're laid to rest.
Yeah.
Going into the vacuum puts aside their unfinished business, and they
Yeah.
go right on to paradise.
Little did you know that's actually good for us.
I mean, I'm going to believe you've both been ghosts way longer than I have, so if they go off
True
to,
enough, lad.
to meet their doom in the ghost catching vacuum. So you've
No,
bought
no,
yourself
go to your salvation.
Yeah. It's
so
a
you've
better
bought yourself
place.
some times by number one, murdering this guy, and then number two, murdering his ghost.
Yo. What if
Wait,
I
does the
believe
vacuum
it?
destroy ghosts?
You don't know.
Listen,
Not
doesn't
just like-
matter. We're not here
Cool.
for ghosts.
It might catch them out of Ghostbusters. It might totally destroy them. You have no idea what the ghost catching vacuum does.
Can't say for sure.
Fair enough.
It might grind them down for their ectoplasmic energy, which they feed to the cats, which helps them see ghosts. Now that you think about it, that's
Wow,
almost
it's a
definitely how they work.
That's horrible.
All right,
it's
well,
a
that's
closed
horrific.
loop
Too bad for
recycling
this guy.
system. It's green.
You're just,
Okay.
You're just attracted. You're just,
Spirit the Fourth. This isn't what you signed up for in life.
no, it's not.
But anyway, you have a slight delay as this guy's going to get sucked up by the vacuum before you do.
Then let's go out. Let's get out of here. Let's get
definitely.
out.
We'll book it out of there.
I want
Okay.
this like a cartoon in a way where there's a cloud of smoke underneath my.
I'm in your ghost, so it easily could look like that. Okay, so meanwhile, back in Team Heist, you're managing to get to the area with the ships, with the doubloons. It's what you've come here for. You've removed your dead weight, hopefully to be destroyed by the vacuums. You don't know yet.
Well, that's what the ghost with no name is thinking.
Yeah.
Shade is actually
What's Shade
don't know where
thinking,
the
though?
frame-
Shade goes out of the vent and sort of is directing our other two towards.
Oh, okay. So
What's the
you
quarry?
you have gone back to trying to help the others,
Yeah, my
which makes sense.
my heist is lower than my spook right now. So
Right. But little do the ghosts know, you've been set up.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah, by that jerk. The
As
cowboy. The cowboy.
So was it me that did the setup?
No, it was
What?
another
The
setup beyond
whole
the
other
setups.
whole other ghost
Setups
or
within setup.
something.
Yeah. As you materialize out of the vent, you realize this room is filled with ghost catching vacuums, and you're going to need to like hightail it out of there, or you're going to get sucked up.
Not
The
until I
one
get
I
my
bet?
money.
The pirate area?
Yeah, the pirate area.
No.
You didn't see it coming, but there's like a massive like ghost sucking vacuum just in the wall, and it's pulling you in. What are you going to do?
In the wall. It's
Yeah, you got set up. This whole thing was like basically a trap to catch Captain Pranks.
Look at that betrayal. Betrayal has cost you everything.
Wow. Okay. Do I have to make a roll to escape it?
Yeah, definitely. I will let you make use two dice because phasing through things is your jam.
I got 2 2s.
Okay, then you've succeeded to like phase back in, and you've not been caught by this trap.
Okay. So I'm in the vent again.
Yeah, you're back in the vent. You're safe and sound in the vent.
Okay. Well, I'm still kind of betraying the party, but I know that I need them to help out with this, so I'm gonna head back towards where they are.
Sounds good. Yeah, you can give them this information and then backstab them later, you know?
Exactly. We need somebody who can block or deactivate this large vacuum in the wall.
Exactly.
Some way to put something in front of it or just
Yeah.
stop.
This whole thing is basically a honey trap for pirate ghosts. which thinking on it, you should have realized.
Damn, it was always too good to be true.
It was too obviously up Captain Pranks's. Look,
Yeah.
Captain Pranks has been murdering a lot of people around town
For
And
fun,
at the museum.
like in funny ways,
in
so
funny,
it's okay.
hilarious ways, but still,
Yeah,
it's a lot of
the jokes just go too far.
it's a lot of
Um,
bits.
But only the ghost with no name knows that, right?
Well, I mean, you did kill both Shade Midnight and Spirit the Fourth. Are you saying Ghost with No Name is the only one that knows about the giant vacuum in the room?
Yeah. Only he
No.
knows it's a trap.
Only-
Travis back to tell them about it.
Hmm?
So everyone should know at this point about the giant vacuum.
Okay, so you can tell us.
Yeah,
I need
if you
your help.
if you come back and tell them, then that's fine.
Yes, I came back to
Um,
tell them because I need
Okay, but-
somebody to tell. Probably Shade because they can transform
Yeah.
into various things.
but it's going to take you a moment to get back there, and the other three are meanwhile running from the much smaller ghost vacuums that are out to get them. And various cats. You've noticed there are a lot of cats stationed around the museum, and they keep reporting where your movements by pressing buttons.
Oh, great.
Look, I'm not the one that came up with this, okay? I'm just rolling with it. This museum runs on a strict cat and vacuum system.
Yeah.
So you're trying to flee the vacuums and the cats. Shade, you've come back down. What kind of way are you helping? What are you all trying to do?
I think I was. I guess. So, Ghost of No Name has informed us of the vacuum.
Not as of yet. Ghost
Okay.
of No Name with No Name has
So
not
I'm
come back yet
still-
because there will be time.
I'm still sort of using my Raven form to sort of as guide our two companions in the right path towards
Now-
our goal.
I do want people to know there is a flashback device in this that you can
True.
move some things purposely into heist to be like, and there's a flashback, and we talked about this stuff. That's up to you if you ever want to use it, but that is
Yeah.
on the table.
Yeah.
But right now,
Uh,
you're trying to guide them, sort of, to make sure they're not running into cats or vacuum cleaners.
Yeah.
These are sentences that I'm saying.
Yeah. Actually, could I do a flashback and say that we had the blueprints of the museum beforehand, and we know exactly where the buttons are and how to turn them off?
Let's see. I'm gonna say that's kind of a big ask for a flashback.
Okay, that's
You
fine.
know, just because up until now you haven't had any idea that there were these buttons or these
True,
cats,
that's fair.
So,
That's fair. Okay.
I would say that probably didn't happen. But if you want to say something else, like you got the blueprints that have the layout and the vent system,
Okay. Yeah,
But
that makes more
that
sense. So yeah.
maybe isn't worth spending a flashback on.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, could I do maybe the blueprints of the electrical system?
Yes, I would allow that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll spend a flashback for that.
Okay, so
Um,
move from spook to heist.
Back to
Yeah.
balance.
Keep in mind when you hit 6, like you're
Oh.
gonna betray everybody.
Yeah. No, I'm back to balanced.
Nice.
So yeah, so knowing the electrical grid,
Mhm.
Shade is actually going to find one of the electrical boxes and just take out all the electrics with
Okay.
with their beak. His beak.
Do you think that you're gonna do that with your beak, or do you think you want Spirit the Fourth in on this?
Yeah, I'll bring the spirit into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because what can Spirit the Fourth do?
Yeah, it's fair.
What can I do?
You can possess objects.
Yeah. You
Oh,
can-
you mean and then rip myself
Mhm.
apart?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, this is
Or
gonna
just-
hurt.
I mean,
mean, you
instead
know
of
where the
like
breaker
ripping it apart,
box-
you just disconnect all of the
Yeah.
necessary plugs.
All right, there we go.
Get in there and
Easy.
flip all of your switches, you know?
Okay, I got this. 2 dice.
Yeah, go ahead and roll 2 dice.
Um,
Okay, I got a 2 and a 6.
Okay, well, that means you do have a success. So move a point from spook into heist. How's that going now with you?
I'm at 5 and 1. 5
Okay.
for heist.
You're beginning to feel like maybe you're the brains of this operation and you should betray everybody, but you're not there yet.
Yeah.
But you're pretty sure you're way better at this than everybody else is.
Yes.
But all the lights in the museum go out. It is dark.
And everyone knows the cats can't see in the dark.
Unfortunately, they are using 2024 rules, which means they do have dark vision now.
No.
Little D&D joke for you folks. That's our second D&D joke.
But as ghosts, we can see in the dark, right? That's not. That
Yeah,
shouldn't-
it's
Sure,
not a.
yeah.
You're used to being in the dark. That's where there hasn't been electricity to Captain Prank's house in a really long time. I mean,
So like
I never had electricity. I don't like it. I don't trust it.
the dark doesn't inconvenience us in any way, then, right?
yeah, no, not really.
If
And
anything-
I will say at this point, that giant vacuum in the wall that you heard earlier, before you've gotten back to the rest of the group, you hear it shut down.
I'm going back over that one.
Okay.
Give me the money.
So they don't even know then, I guess. Either way,
Yeah, so they don't know yet about the giant vacuum, and
I'm heading for the gold.
head for that gold.
Yeah.
How much gold do you think you can manage to get out? Because
It's anything that'll fit in the vent hole.
yeah,
Guessing is like, a 2-foot-ish square.
yeah. See if you can will yourself solid long enough to really start getting that gold up there.
Yeah, if I'm back there, I'm gonna start
Yeah,
doing
start doing it because you don't know when the power might come back on.
Yeah, 1 or 2d6.
Let's go ahead and let you have 2.
Okay. A 1 and a 2. Nice.
Okay,
Wow.
I mean you are managing to get gold up into the gold doubloons up into the vent like crazy.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, what else is the extent of the treasure?
I mean, other than that, it's like various maps, pirate clothes, stuff you can't really move, but you
The
can
crown.
move.
I
Yeah.
don't want any of that. I'm just going for the doubloons.
Yeah, you just want to go for those
Give me the
doubloons.
crown.
vent, and I'm just gonna push him down the vent.
Yeah. Okay. So you're just pushing them on down the vent while everybody else has you had enough time that you've managed to like basically with the roll you got, you've stolen all of the doubloons. They're all up there in the vent. There's
Cool.
nothing left behind.
So I'm heading towards the main door, which I do have the keys for,
Mhm.
with all the doubloons that
There
I
you
can
go.
get up through that vent.
Nice. So you're just shoving them along, and that's when we get to the other 3 of you emerging into the pirate display room. There are no doubloons in here.
Somebody made off with all our treasure.
Where are the doubloons?
Wait, well, all 3 of us are here. Where's the 4th?
Where's no
Wait a
name?
minute. Ghost with no name.
We've been hoodwinked.
Shade knows that I'm gonna say Shade knows that the plan was to use the vents for the doubloons. So
I mean, you knew that the ghost with no name was up in those vents. Like
Yeah.
you were up there with him very
Check the
briefly.
vents, man.
yeah. So I'm just gonna be like, check the vents. They have to be there.
Are there any? Okay, this is a kind of weird question.
Oh, sorry, you broke
Are
up
there
for
any
me.
like old timey like pirate? Are there any old timey pirate firearms that are loaded at this exhibit?
Loaded.
With
I
gu-
mean,
You're
they're
both-
definitely old timey pirate firearms. Whether or not they're loaded, just roll me 1d6 and let's see if you're lucky enough that somebody irresponsibly loaded
They're
up.
a powder.
Or is there like, like, hey, this is a musket, and then
Right.
over here's the gunpowder and like, the musket
Yeah.
balls, just to like show them off separately. So
We
Yeah,
that
like to
they
keep
could
I
look.
would
them all-
definitely
we like to
say-
keep them very close to each other.
Yeah, I would say
Yeah.
that they have them but separate.
Okay,
But if you want to
all right.
make that luck roll to see if they're all together, if somebody's
Well,
like
I rolled a
puckishly
2 on
loaded
that.
one up.
So I rolled a 2, so I don't know if that counts or anything.
Yeah, no, you found it all loaded and ready to go.
Oh.
You found
He's gonna kill another
Oh,
person.
sweet. Could
Yeah.
I? Oh
Does
man,
gunpowder
be a
work after
cannon?
that many years? Is
Huh?
is the gunpowder old after hundreds?
Oh,
of
it's super old.
It's super new.
Still works though, right? Isn't that how the gunpowder doesn't go bad, does it? I don't know.
Think
You'll
it-
find out because
That's
I'm
a
gonna
good
make you
question.
Yeah,
make
let's
another
find
roll.
out.
But you do
What
move
about-
another
okay.
spook into heist.
Tell me in the comments.
All right, this just occurred to me. Could there be a cannon?
Like,
Okay,
yeah.
then maybe
You asked for a gun and you got a gun.
Fair enough. All right. I want to grab like, a bunch of like flintlock pistols and just start firing into the vents to try and like send them, smashing down.
Okay, sure.
Hopefully
So,
the ghost with no name in them. It won't hurt him. He's a ghost.
right. So,
Okay.
okay. So you're gonna.
I think I'm out of this section by this point.
Oh,
Though.
you're definitely out of this section by this point. But he is
Oh,
gonna
great.
shoot. He is gonna shoot some vents. So, good or ill, I'm not gonna make you roll. Like you managed to unload the single musket shot. It doesn't have the power you would have expected, and you do blow a nice little hole into the vent. At which point you hear an announcement: battery power activated,
Hmm.
and everything starts whirring back to life.
No.
Whoa,
We gotta
wait a
stop
second.
that vacuum.
Where am I standing?
Well, as far as I know, the three of you are currently in the pirate room with the lack of the balloons, and Captain Pranks just shot at the,
At the vent.
at the vent.
Look, it was more out of rage than strategy. I'll admit
I mean,
it.
you are the muscles, not the brains.
That is true.
True.
Um,
How are you gonna stop this ghost vacuum?
It's a good question because it's whirring back to life. So, are you going to try to stop it, or are you going to try to run out of there? What are
I
you
could have
going
shot
to
it,
do?
but I
You could have
I-
shot it, but now it's too late.
yeah.
Now you
spent
gotta
all the
reload.
powder and
Now
ball
you
in
got
this
to reload
exhibit.
for like a minute. And
Reload.
Yeah.
Just possess another rifle that's already one that's already a second one that's loaded.
Could I
Cannon?
see if there's a separate like switch for the vacuums in this room?
like a button for the vacuums to
Yeah.
like.
Like,
Yeah, there's definitely a cat
shut 'em
button in this room too.
Okay.
And you wonder about the cats because you haven't seen any cats for a hot second, but there were a ton of cats.
True. Yeah, that is odd. Well, first things first, being a raven, I can manipulate objects and I can hit buttons, so I'll fly down and hit the button to get rid of our immediate
Sure.
immediate
So
trouble.
you fly down and hit the button, and now there are floor vacuum cleaners coming towards you.
Oh shit.
So you're hearing the wall rev up, and you're also hearing vacuum cleaners revving up out in the hallway now.
Okay. Hmm.
It's a lot of vacuum. A lot of this whole situation sucks, basically.
That totally sucks, man.
What do vacuums fear?
I mean,
I know you don't have
Yeah,
a
this
whole
is
lot
weird,
of time to
that's
contemplate it. So,
No,
what do you
yeah.
think vacuums fear? Also, keep in mind you could possess literally any object and basically be safe.
Oh yeah, I was gonna possess a statue, so I'm fine.
Yeah, so you just phase into a statue and you're like, peace.
No problems.
For some reason, all the ghosts are saying
Everybody else.
peace like that. I don't know.
Spirit for you, landlubber coward.
Sounds like you're getting sucked into the vacuum.
That was great. It's like you were
I do have
drowning in
a
the
last ditch effort maybe to survive it.
Oh man. that
Okay,
was funny.
what's your last ditch effort to survive, Pranks?
Maybe I could like clog up the vacuum. There's like all this pirate, paraphernalia there. So
Yeah, there's
like
some
grab
sails.
like a big like. Oh, that'd be even better. I was thinking like a big like Jolly Roger flag.
Yeah, I mean a
um,
flag. There are sails around. Any of these are
Yeah. Also,
possibilities.
I'll grab like a big like Death's Head, skull and crossbones and like a flagpole and like shove it at the vacuum cleaner so we'll suck up the flag and then
Okay.
hopefully get stuck.
Let's see if you can will yourself solid long enough to do this. So roll
Awesome.
1d6.
All right, I'm rolling here.
Because this isn't really a wacky prank. This is you trying to save your own skin.
Oh,
What do
can
you get?
someone help me? Because it's. I guess I don't know if they can do that before, but it's
I
real
can-
bad. It's.
I can help. Basically,
Oh.
I'll allow you to help,
Yeah.
but just so you know, if it's still a failure, you're both going into that vacuum.
Oh no.
Did you guys see in the
Nick, is
rules?
that okay? You don't have to if you don't want to risk it.
Like once per game, you can donate a die to somebody.
yeah,
Oh, you can donate a die?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you
All
can.
right. So, but in the
yeah. Once per
second
game,
one,
you can assist.
Oh, yeah, it's-
unbelievable.
So it's only once per game, by the way, that you can do the assist, but I think somebody else did the assist before, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I think it
Is
was
it once per game or once per player?
Once
once per player per game. I think
each goes
each goes once per game.
once per game. So Nick
Okay,
can
so this
so
is
Nick can
Nick's
do
for
it. He's
me.
in the room.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. Yes.
All right. Well, Nick, I'm sorry to say that it is horribly wasted because the second die was also a 6.
Oh.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna find out what the inside of a ghost sucking vacuum is in T minus 5, 4, 3.
Yeah, I don't
2,
think. I mean, with this
1.
level of
Zhup.
failure, I don't think I'm getting out of it. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Um,
I think we both go 1 into Ghost.
Yeah. That is a failure. Both of you move 1 back into spook.
No.
Yeah, spook.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, I
We'll
thought you-
deal with the 2 that are in the vacuum. Spirit, you're kind of trapped in this statue because that vacuum is going.
I'm waiting
know.
for someone else to solve my problems. I'm
Yeah.
royalty.
Exactly. Like you could probably wait here until somebody comes and turns that off and then just keep waiting.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Meanwhile, the ghost with no name, you have made it through the vents.
Woo. Okay.
You're ready to start dropping those doubloons out. And as you look down through the vents, you see so many cats down there. Like they were prepared for the idea that one of you ghosts was going to because they know those doubloons are gone.
So
you
I
know,
can
with
fly,
their cat
right?
senses. Oh yeah, you can fly.
Okay, so you've got the cats are on ground level. I'm
Mhm.
in the vent. The door where the lock is would sort of be in the middle,
Yeah.
which is still cat jumping distance, but I'm gonna try and I'm holding the gold. I'm gonna come down through the vent as much gold as I can hold.
There is a giant donation box down there.
Okay,
I put that in on purpose.
I'm gonna try and fill up the box with gold.
There you go.
Is it like raised?
Yeah, it's raised. It's basically on a pillar so people can just walk by and drop money in, you know?
Okay, I'm gonna fill up the box with gold while keeping away from the cats.
Okay.
You know what I'm gonna do first is I'm just gonna unlock the door and open it and see if any of the cats leave.
Just give me a pure luck roll.
Okay, 1,
Yep, just 1.
6.
6. Okay, so none of the cats leave. But hey, you no longer want to betray everybody quite so much as that you do move 1 back into spook.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm still gonna load up the thing.
These are well-trained cats somehow.
Yeah. They're herdable. I'm gonna. I don't want to betray them as much, but I still want my cut. So I'm gonna
Still want your cut.
thing
Still
with
want my cut.
gold, and I'm going to try and take it outside.
Okay. So you're going to try to get this loaded up and fly past the cats.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go ahead and make another D6 roll to see if you can successfully do that.
5.
5. So the answer is no.
Okay, what happened?
Basically, the cats have managed to get a few vacuums to show up as well. And while you're trying to fill that thing up with gold, you also get vacuumed.
No. Did it get
Oh,
darn?
So all 3 of you, besides the one hiding in the statue, have been vacuumed at this point.
Yo.
And you're in some weird sort of ghost containment oubliette. Shade and Captain Pranks, you are together right now.
hmm.
And a couple hours later, the ghost with no name also appears in your containment unit.
Oh man. I'll stop singing my sad sea shanties. And be like, well, if it ain't the Judas that stole me doubloon.
Hey, I have them all loaded up in a box for all of us to split at the front of the museum. We just have to get up there. I did half the work for you guys. They're ready to go. We just got to get out of this thing.
All right.
The question is, how do you get out of this thing?
Well,
Is there any sort of opening or anything? Like what's it look like besides
Well, it's like a weird empty darkness behind you, but you do see what looks like a rectangle of light in the distance.
Oh man, should
We
we
were
go
right.
into the light, boys?
We were
What do you
right.
think?
It is the beyond.
that's a good point. So just a single rectangle in the light surrounded by darkness.
Yeah, every place else is darkness, and you can tell there are other ghosts in here, including the guy that Captain Pranks murdered like a couple hours ago.
just
You said this would be the afterlife, but all I see is darkness.
Look, lad, it was a hilarious prank.
Why is that funny?
It's all in good fun. Made you smile, didn't it?
No, it didn't. Why
Well,
would somebody
all right,
smile
well.
about being murdered and then trapped in a void? That's so weird.
Go to the light.
Look, maybe my sense of humor was a lot different back then, you know?
Well,
We should ask one of the other ghosts if they know anything.
Yeah.
about
Well,
that.
actually- our guard friend, you might have known how these vacuums work.
I mean, as far as I know, we're in the containment unit now, which means that rectangular of light must be the ghost exhibit.
Ghost gives.
The what?
The what? The what now?
Ghosts. It was a new exhibit that they were working on to display all the ghosts that they've been catching.
Uh-huh. And so it's just a bunch of displays then.
They're all museums.
Yeah, it's
within museums.
displays, and they're going to show off ghosts of various times and
Like a ghost zoo.
like a ghost zoo. Yeah, and apparently I'm in the ghost zoo now.
Uh-huh.
What?
Now life is, lad.
Now,
You
do
work,
know-
you die, you put in the ghost zoo where you work.
do you happen to know if there's a way out from the exhibit?
I mean, the front door.
Well, from inside the exhibits, if
Oh,
you catch my meaning.
no, I'm just a guard. I'm not one of those egghead scientists that invented this place.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I think only two of the egghead scientists actually knew what they were doing. Like one of them just seemed to be a hired guy, and the other guy just didn't seem to really care and was just hitting on various women.
Are they here at all? Are they at the museum?
They'll probably be at the ghost exhibit for its grand opening.
When is that?
I think it's tomorrow.
Well, should we wait overnight and see if we can take one of these guys hostage?
There's no way we could get away with.
You-
We need
I mean,
the
Spirit
gold.
Force and- Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
We
Shane.
need the gold. We need to get out of here before that point.
Hmm.
So,
Meanwhile, Spirit the Fourth.
I was
That-
wondering
I
if
was like- I was gonna say,
if
he's
their
still out there, he can
vacuum
save us.
is their vacuum in my room, like in the same exhibit as me.
I mean, the vacuum goes for quite a while, and then eventually it does shut back off.
oh, okay. Well,
It's as another guard has shown up.
are they in? So they went in one that was not a mobile vacuum. It was like a wall vacuum.
It was a giant wall vacuum in the
Oh,
ghost
no.
in the doubloon exhibit because it was a ghost trap.
Oof.
That was the little did the ghosts know they've been set up. It was all a massive ghost trap for their ghost
Well,
exhibit.
I think Spirit would just assume they're dead. It's time to go get the gold.
Okay, so you're gonna try to go out and get the gold yourself.
Yeah, what I want to do is knock the statue over into pieces and then just take over one of the pieces and roll.
Okay, well roll your dice to see if you can do that.
Awesome. Do I get 2 dice for that?
Yes, because it does involve you possessing an object.
Incredible. I got a 6 and a 1, so we're golden.
So you're successful, and you probably actually legitimately want to betray all of them now. Congratulations, you're a piece of garbage.
Yeah, I'm 6, so it's all worked out all according to my plan from the beginning.
Yeah,
I worked it all out.
you think back to Captain Pranks when they first murdered you and how you were eventually going to betray them.
Yes, I even planned the betrayal.
You even knew this was a giant trap, and you were ready. You were ready
Yeah.
with the statue.
I knew the cowboy was going to betray it. It was part of my plan.
Wait, you knew that there was going to be a person in the party that was going to betray the party so that you
Yes.
could betray the person that betrayed the party?
Correct. It all makes it easier for me to have someone else do my work. I am royalty after all.
Yeah, you son of a bitch, I'm in. All right, so you're trying to you have decided now to like go back up to the front where you also encounter all the cats and vacuum cleaners.
It's a simple matter. I just possess the box and then I walk out.
Okay, you're gonna try to possess the box.
Just like
Just
just shimmy my way out and then fall and roll again, you know? Easy.
okay, sure. Go ahead and roll your dice for that. I'm only giving you one though because it's improbable.
That's fair, but it's also amazing. Okay, a 4 does not succeed, I am assuming.
No, a 4 fails miserably.
I was this
As
close.
you possess the box and then realize, oh wait, this has no method of moving.
Yeah, boxes
You're-
aren't
It's all
good
right.
for-
As
for
long as
kids.
I'm the box, I'm getting
Yeah,
out of here with somebody.
You're firmly rooted to that pillar now.
I am the box.
You are the box, and the box is you. You have always been the box.
Yeah. So
And-
whoever carries me out just carries me out, and then I get to
Yeah.
split it with them. So
And then morning
That's-
doesn't arrive. Go ahead.
We're all
Yes.
stuck in a container, so who's gonna carry the box out if we're stuck?
hey, I'll wait. I'll wait for the next ghost, man.
The next ghost that get caught in this ghost trap.
No, the next one that enters the museum is like, hey, I'm here for a heist.
Yeah.
So before the morning comes, could I have actually gone into the exhibit itself and seeing if
Yeah, you can
I wanna-
fly up to that rectangle that says ghost, ghost, ghost.
Yeah, I want to see if there's a way to, because I'm going to assume that at least one of them was smart enough to actually have a way of containing the ghosts inside the exhibit.
Hmm.
So I want to see if the stupid one made a way to shut off that one from within the exhibit.
Oh, like a way to shut it off inside of the ghost container?
Yes.
I'm gonna no,
So basically-
but there might be other ways of doing this.
Well, so basically, I want to go into the light that goes into the exhibit
Yeah.
because we're in the containment right now.
Yeah, the light is basically the giant ghost, like it's sort of a plexiglass that can contain ghosts.
Okay.
To protect people, for number one, keeping the ghosts from escaping.
Mm-hmm.
And then number two, no, that's it. There's just number one. It's to keep the ghosts from escaping and people can see in that way.
Right. Okay.
It's just like animal jail, aka zoos.
Yeah. So basically, I want to see if there's a way to either break the plexiglass or, basically to break the glass or to just a way to get out.
Sure.
Um,
Go ahead and try to find a way out. I mean,
Yeah.
that's going to probably be your best bet is to try to find a way out.
so would that
Only
be-
one die. It's kind of a luck
Okay.
die.
Can ghosts
I was hoping.
very small space? Like if there was like a small crack, can we just
Yeah.
go-
Basically. So he's looking for a
Yeah.
small crack to try to
Yeah.
seep out of.
I do
Yeah.
have something else as well.
Could I
Okay,
say
what's-
that my role as the brains could help me?
No,
Okay.
sorry.
I just realized I can phase through things.
You can't.
I'm like, I probably could have gone
I-
out of it right now.
I
Oh,
figured.
man.
I figured that there was a way. There was something that would prevent us from doing that, since
There
that's
is. Yeah.
yeah.
Is
So
there?
That's a known ghost power.
Yeah. It's a 4. So
Okay, so no. But you move another thing into spook. How are you doing on your whole spook thing?
5 and 1.
5. Okay, so you're very nearly total ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is your idea, Captain Pranks?
All right, I'm also very nearly total ghost. Maybe this will work. I want to try to rally all the other ghosts, because like, hey, Captain needs a crew. So to turn them into my crew, and then all like rush against the plexiglass and try and like break it down. Because I don't know if it's prepared for tons of ghosts striking like one portion. at the
Yeah,
same
like everything hitting at once. It might not be able to do that because it's designed to keep one ghost at a time. Well, it's designed for multiple ghosts, but if you like bum rush it with like several ghosts, you might bust through.
Ooh, I think I want to time it though during like the grand opening for like maximum chaos.
Oh,
potential.
well, yeah, for the maximum chaos potential, if you want to time it that way, I will allow this to be a prank.
Prank
Yeah,
them,
let's
prank
do
them.
Breaking animals out of the zoo is the biggest prank of all. So let's do it.
I mean, it's like that hilarious scene in Ghostbusters where the containment unit gets turned off,
Totally.
Like,
All right, I'm rolling.
because the real villain is the EPA.
Oh, for sure. Yep. Oh, pretty good. They're both under my spook, which is a 5, and there's 2 5s.
2 5s is high.
Okay. Oh, so the number doesn't. All right. Well, that's a failure
Okay.
then.
Yeah. So the day comes.
Oh, which means I go crazy. I'm full spook now.
You're full spook. What does that mean specifically? It's
I'm at 6 spook, 0 heist. So
Yeah.
I think I'm the first character to do this because usually
Yeah.
they go the other way.
You're gonna go on a rampage.
You lose control and go on a rampage until a professional goes. So maybe I do break through, but just like rampage, which is also fun.
Well, I mean, you're definitely rampaging in here with a bunch of other ghosts. I mean, you are currently in a containment unit, so but you're going like full bonkers on all the ghosts in here, just being a general nuisance and distraction.
Sort of prison riot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just a crazy mutiny, but there's nowhere to go.
You're just repeatedly whacking yourself against that ghost-proof plexiglass and scaring children.
I love it. I'm singing the Weller Man.
No,
like,
don't
so
worry,
loud.
darling. The ghost can't get to you. Mommy, it's so dangerous. You see
Sugar
scientists out
and
there.
tea and rum.
You got to rile them all up.
Yeah.
How many ghosts are in here with us?
Let's see. 9.
I'd say that's enough. Plus 4, so what? We're 13. We can smash that thing down, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, Captain Pranks didn't manage to motivate the other ghosts because he just started going nuts halfway through it.
Darn.
Yeah, he rolled on that and failed, unfortunately.
Well,
So he's just repeatedly doing that by himself and
Who's the
screaming.
charismatic one here?
Well,
I mean, I could say that my brains roll could be a way of
Yeah,
Well,
you have some way to
coming
mimic.
up with a plan.
yeah. Well, let's see what Spirit the Fourth is up to, because
Yeah.
Spirit the Fourth we haven't heard from. you in
Yeah,
a
I'm
hot
chilling
minute.
as a box.
Still in a
Yeah.
box.
And in the morning, somebody gets that box, goes like, "Looks like we caught some ghosts," and returns the doubloons back to the ghost exhibit.
Oh,
What do you mean
I
we
mean-
got a ghost?
Well, I mean, it's not like somebody hasn't filled up this whole thing with doubloons before and then been caught in the exhibit. They're not
This
talking
happened
about.
before.
Well, yeah, it's a whole
We're
tra-
original.
It's a trap designed to catch ghosts. I mean, and they've caught 8 ghosts and the security guard and the 3 of you. So, great success.
It's working.
So where am I then?
Yeah. The specter removers have really gotten this laid out with their trained cats.
They
and
got
their
the
ghost
plan well.
backups. Yeah. So no, you're gently picked up by a security guard who returns the balloons back to the exhibit, and then put back outside unless you decide to move on to something else.
Oh, easy.
Yeah.
I move on to. I like when I said this was easy. But
Because
I don't know.
unfortunately, it's like you're the other ghost's only hope, and you don't care about them anymore. And that's the whole crux of this, isn't it?
But I want the money.
You want the money.
Can I be the phone? Can I take over the front desk's phone?
Yeah, you could take over the front desk. Well, it's
Or
more
the-
like
Yeah.
the intercom. Yeah,
The
you can take
intercom
over the
system.
intercom. Sure. Go ahead and do a roll. If you get 2 dice, this is to do it without being noticed.
Okay. Here we go. I got a 2 and a 6.
Okay, so you do manage to take over the intercoms. What do you do now?
I wonder if there's a way. Is there like a command or a code or a person or someone I can call and be like, release,
Release
Ooh.
the ghosts?
release the ghosts,
I
or
mean-
release the ghosts or suffer my curse.
You can try that, sure.
Oh, come on.
Go ahead and roll 1d6.
Amazing. Don't fail me. Nope, that's a 5.
Oh,
Well, hey, you no longer want to betray everybody, so that's nice because you move 1 point back
That's
to
great.
Spook.
That's amazing.
On the other hand, you hear the bespectacled, what did I call them? Spectre removers? I can't remember. They don't like specters. Say like, seems as though a ghost has managed to take over the intercom section. And the sarcastic one goes, oh, really? At any rate, they're pretty sure there's a ghost up possessing the intercoms now. You're not the first specter they've removed.
Okay.
On the other hand, you are now the speaker system in the museum. So
Okay.
hey.
Can I find the vacuum that they are in and take over the vacuum?
You can find the containment unit, and you can try to take over the containment unit to release them.
Okay, I was going to say if I'm... Yes, okay, then let's try that.
Because it's part of the Ghost Museum. And see, Nick, this would be a thing because it's outside of it. That could be done.
Yeah. Well, Jade didn't know where Spirit was, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, saving
None of you knew where
everyone's
Spirit was.
ghosts. All right, do I roll or am I...
Yeah, you're going to have to roll to try to take over this containment unit.
Okay, but I get 2?
You do get 2 because this is an object you're trying to possess.
Incredible. Get ready, team. I'm saving the day. Hey, it's a 1 and a 2.
yeah.
Okay, so you do manage to shut down the containment unit. And I'm guessing all of you are up near the rectangle at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can easily phase through now. You don't even need to roll. Like, that's easy for you.
For me or for all of them?
It's
Oh.
definitely easy for you because you can teleport.
Yeah.
So you don't even need to roll. The other 2 of you, please give me a roll to see if you can manage to teleport.
All right. I think I'm gonna, Nick. Should I give you my helping dice now, or should wait till later?
You can give a helping die if you want.
Help now. Help now.
Sure.
Yeah, I think this is the good time because at least one of us should get out. So I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
my so you get a second die.
Okay,
What a nice pirate.
you get 2 dice, Shane Midnight.
That's a good captain.
But mine is a 4, so I think I'm still in rampage mode.
You're still in rampage mode, even though you could probably get out. You're just too bonkers to know what you're doing anymore.
Yeah, I'm just too upset.
You've written red rum up on the mirror, which just says murder to the people outside, so that's nice.
Yeah, they get the message.
They get it.
All right.
I mean, they really get the message you wrote murder. So
True.
you're just going full Shining in there. It's a mess. So much blood. But how are you doing, Shane Midnight?
I got a 2.
Okay, so you do manage to, much like the ghost with no name, phase through.
So I get to move to Heist.
Yep.
So is there a bunch of people in here right now?
There are so many people in here, including the spirit removers.
Spirit removers.
They have backpack vacuums.
Darn it.
You know?
I was hoping that they would only be able
Vacuums.
to use the floor vacuums, and which
Oh no, they have their own specialty backpack vacuums, which are they're powered by fusion reactors.
Do they see us coming out?
Yeah, they're gonna see you coming out because your ghosts have just materialized out of
No.
the ghost containment unit.
Can we like?
And they were giving a lecture about how this is totally impervious to ghosts, and then ghosts emerged.
Oh,
out of it.
awesome! As
Can we
we
make
go
ourselves
through-
invisible though?
Well, you can just phase out of the wall and then phase instantly through another wall if you'd like. I mean, you can teleport. You can get out of there.
I mean, I'm gonna do that, but I don't know. I don't know about these other guys.
Well, Shane, you can shapeshift.
Shade,
So
yeah, Shade shapeshifts into yeah, there aren't any cats around, are there?
I mean, there are always cats in the museum.
So yeah, Shade just goes back into cat mode and just sort of slinks away.
Okay, I'm just going to allow that to happen. You know.
All right.
So the 2 of you have managed to just get out of the museum now. Your heist has not worked. Like the doubloons
No.
are right back in the exhibit again.
Yeah.
But positive, you live to heist another day.
True.
I'm still stuck in there.
You are still stuck in there. So, you know,
So yeah.
It's up to you if you ever want to free poor Captain Pranks, but Captain Pranks did not manage to get out of the containment unit in time. Because the failsafe comes on and then the containment unit's back up and running again.
Okay. Actually, could I want to see if there's a... I'm going to slink into the like control room of the
like the security room, or...
Yeah, and
I mean, the cats can come and go from security. They're well-trained cats.
Yeah. So...
And you are the brains. This is a good plan.
Yeah. And I'm going to I'm going to shut off the containment unit, and over the intercoms, since they are no longer possessed, just say, would Captain Pranks leave the exhibit now?
I'll allow it. Go ahead and roll a d6. You don't get 2 on this one.
Okay.
Oh, I should have given him this.
It's a 3.
Okay. Well, that is a success.
Woo.
So, Captain Pranks, you come to yourself long enough to realize, oh, I should leave this exhibit.
Definitely. I will. Am I like smashing out through like the front or like into the,
yeah,
into the exhibit hall or
you're trying to smash, like literally smash your way through this. Is there a way you can time it so that it's as wacky as possible is the question.
Oh yeah, definitely. And maybe, is it possible, could I summon a ghost ship to sail through with me?
You want to try to summon your own ghost ship to see if
to bring my ship back from the watery grave and sail it through.
Sure. Do you view that as particularly wacky, or is your ship wacky somehow? And if your ship is wacky somehow, how is it wacky?
Oh man, how might my ship be wacky? Oh, I know. Figurehead. Usually it's like, a shapely woman. Mine has got a wacky smiley face on it.
Okay. So I'll allow that. I'll allow it, but do make your dice roll, because if you fail miserably, then you don't get your ship. I mean, that's...
Boy. Do I get 2 or just
you
1?
You do get 2 because this is wacky.
Okay.
You're a wacky poltergeist.
It works with a 1 and a 3, lowest being the 1.
Okay, so much like various improbable things that happen in Ghostbusters Part 2, a giant pirate ship crashes through the plexiglass. The nerdy one goes like, I did not anticipate that.
I'll be like, I'll send you all the Davy Jones, lads, but another day. And then I'll dash down and make a run for it.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's like shocked. Spirit the Fourth, if you want to take this opportunity to escape as well.
I think that's probably wise.
Yeah.
I'll get onto a keychain on someone that's leaving the museum.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Shade is going to transform into one of the guards and just walk out.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So all of you have managed to get back out of the museum and have reconnoitered. Ooh, big word. In Captain Pranks' home. Would you like to discuss how this went?
I'll be like, well, lads, it could have gone better.
All according to my plan.
Your plan? I don't know what you're talking about. That was terrible.
This was to reforge our friendship. We needed to know that we have to rely on each other.
Nobody died out of our group because we're already dead.
The gold, the balloons and the gold was the ghosts that I had along the way.
There you go.
What was the friends we made along the way?
The moral is friendship.
You're all the real treasures, okay?
Aww.
I feel like
Spirit.
All right. Next heist is not going to be
pirate ship. Giant pirate ship coming out of that plexiglass should have probably frightened the whole crowd into running out of the museum, right?
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
So I feel like we probably could have grabbed some gold at that last minute there.
Well, do you think it's empty now? Like, can we go back?
If you think your character had the foresight to do it, go ahead and spend a heist to have had that flashback.
Okay.
Or not spend a heist. It's you move 1
move.
2 heist, which I guess means now you want to betray everybody again.
Yeah, so I would just have grabbed some of the gold as I left in all the chaos.
I'll allow you to grab. And so the three of you reconnoiter. The ghost with no name is nowhere to be found.
What? What?
He betrayed us again.
Somebody had to make out with something.
That was not a part of
That's
the
what I
plan.
was there for, partner.
And you're on to the
Wow.
next town. Ding, 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 ding.
Damn
Go
you.
on this popsicle stand.
Your theme music plays as you ride off into the distance on your ghost horse.
Spoiled again.
Okay, I can't whistle that, but you get the idea.
Yeah. These Zoom hates whistling. If you try to whistle, Zoom just cuts it.
No whistles.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ennio Morricone's Ecstasy of Gold played.
Oh man.
Oh, look, a little celebration.
Nice.
Yay. Now you didn't get all of it, but you got a good chunk of it. 'Cause it was pure chaos after that ship exploded out of the wall.
I'll take it. Whatever I can make out with. On to the next.
Like,
The,
And I think like after that, I think Shade is just like, okay, I got another plan.
Oh no.
Captain Prank's definitely like, I'm listening.
Oh my.
now it would be too early in the day for this all happened too early in the day for the Daily Scare to report on it. But Spooky Times does report about successful heist at a museum.
So the
No.
heist was successful, just only for 1/4
Only for one.
of the
Yeah.
team.
Yep.
Appearance of wacky pirate ship reported. But yeah, I know that's a little bit early, but I feel like that's kind of a wrap on the whole heist, don't you?
It's a good place to stop.
Oh,
I think it's a
you
good
can't
place.
top that, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like anything else is just, wasting time. So
Yeah.
sometimes these things end a little early. I hope everybody had a good time.
Oh yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The ghost with no name made out with the money.
Yeah.
I
Like you
did.
do.
I feel like I could have made Shade more goth, but I'm not. My knowledge of goth is very limited.
That's okay. It happens. I mean, look, just because I'm dressed like the goth character from the Breakfast Club doesn't necessarily mean I know anything that's goth. And that the fact
Yeah.
that this is just how I always dress doesn't mean I'm goth.
I DJ at a goth club once in a while, so
Nice.
I have a few
Yeah.
points there. No, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Spooky.
I mean, I did watch the beginning of The Hunger to sort of prep for tonight, which I know The Hunger's vampires, but
David Bowie though.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
god. That opening credit sequence in The Hunger is so good.
Bauhaus, yeah.
Yeah.
Bauhaus and David Bowie and
Yeah.
Susan Sarandon.
hmm
Yeah, that's a cult classic for sure.
Well, thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for playing the game. Thanks for, of course, finding this, Cat, and putting this out
Actually,
there.
Nick is the one that found
Yeah.
this.
I
It's
did.
just cool. This is really cool. So
So-
give credit where credit is due, right? So thanks,
Yeah.
Nick, for that, and also
Yeah. I found it on Itch.
that's fun.
Good
Uh,
stuff.
is in a bundle. So
Yeah, if you like it, the link is in the description. If you're watching this now or on VOD, it's I don't know, it's a link, but the URL's there. And it is an adaptation, or he called it a hack of Honey Heist. Adam Silverstein. So check it out. It has he has a whole little .io that has multiple different things that he's put together. So make sure to check that out if you're interested.
Yeah.
But that means while you're looking all those things up and hanging out with your friends, just make sure to pull up a chair and make time to tabletop.
Tabletop.
All right.
That
We will
was-
see you all
It's
soon.
like we spent no time away.
So no time
Yeah.
at all. Yeah.
Perfect.
It's exactly how it's supposed to be done. We will see you very soon. All right.
Bye.
Stay scary.